The first one is for your love messages for the week we are getting into, and then we'll get into your money messages for the week. Please remember these are general messages and are not going to apply to everybody. So take what makes sense, discard what doesn't. If it's your message you would know, don't try to force it. Please feel free to check your other placements. You might get it better. If this doesn't make sense, you might get a clearer picture, or you might actually find your message there. These are also timeless messages, meaning whenever you get to see them, you just might get a message from them. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you're alerted whenever I upload a video. I still haven't gotten my posting schedule consistent, but I'm working through that. Personal readings are still currently closed. When I'm open for personal readings, I'll put the information, the booking links in the description of this video and also on my socials. Feel free to follow me on Instagram. It's linked in the banner or header of my channel, and send a message for a chance to win a free reading. I'm currently reading from Abuja, Nigeria. I read in person and I read online. So let's get into it. 123, we start. Okay, so let's see what comes for you regarding your relationships, Aquarius, this week. We got the Four of Wands upright. We got the Page of Wands in reverse. And we've got the Strength card upright. So this week in your relationships, Aquarius, there's going to be talks or feelings or energies concerning stability and long-term plans. And so while that is on ground, I don't think there's like any new idea or involvement coming into play. And I think there's going to be you're probably going to find yourself in situations where you're going to have to be considerate and adjust and find out how you want to show up for your partner in this relationship. So it's kind of progressive. It's like somebody's like making a decision. You've got the Four of Wands, which speaks about stability and long-term plans, because look, like these are all sources of light with the lanterns and the lamps, but then that's the wood burning stove where you come home. Imagine coming home after a day of work or something and there's a wood fire going, you know, that's and there's coffee and there's a meal being made. So that's like home wholesomeness, long-term plans. So that might be what you're going through right now. That's just the energy. Things feel a little bit cozy. I quite like it. With the Page of Wands, like a starter of new things, someone that is looking to discover new things, someone wanting to inject new energy, but that came up in reverse. So it's like, it seems like comfort settling into like a routine. And with the Strength card, it's like consideration, knowing the, like here is depicted as man's best friend. In other decks, it's usually depicted as a lion, but then there's mutual respect and knowing how to there has been understanding, you know. This is growth. This is on knowing, meeting in the middle, knowing how to show up, how to, yeah. So it looks good. It looks good, Aquarius. Okay, let's get more information about this about this Four of Wands. We've got the Chariot. It flipped, so I really can't, I'm going to read it both ways because I don't know if it came up upright or not. Right, it actually came up like sideways. I'm going to read it both ways for you. I got the Chariot. Okay, we've got the Nine of Wands in reverse. Okay, and we've got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so this stability is coming from the fact that there's like mutual agreements. There's a lot of synchronicity. There's fast movement, there's cooperation, there's confidence in this. Yeah, that's why you're feeling stable in your relationship, because probably I think you and your partner are going to find out that you are settling into like a life of routine and things being in sync. With the Nine of Wands, the feelings of being overwhelmed, they feel like it's a lot of like bonding energy, because the Nine of Wands usually speaks about someone that is like a wounded warrior, someone that has had to like overextend themselves, and someone that has like been through it, but it came up in reverse. So you and your partner are like, you're enjoying togetherness, companionship. It's looking good. The Ace of Pentacles, which is like a new venture, something new to a new venture, a new beginning, something, the start of things that came up in reverse. So it's like things feel very, you're going to find that you're going to experience a feeling of familiarity, comfort, coziness. Yeah, that's the Chariot. This deck, yeah, it looks like a roller derby. Like, look, there's two different sets of skates, but this person controls them both. You know how let me see, a good example would be like a golfer that just doesn't go to buy the standard like complete golfing, what's it called, I don't know, bag of golf, what are they called? Oh, my dad would be so ashamed of me. The things, yeah. But this person takes their time. Someone that has like custom built their own has custom built their own vehicle. But yeah, this person knows themselves so well, they know their partner so well, that they know the strengths, so they know the needs of everybody involved, and they know how to make things that would seemingly that appear to be different. This person is really in sync. So that yeah, that's why you feel this sense of stability and comfort, and yeah, that's why you are happy in your relationship. There's a feeling of familiarity, uh cooperation, long-term understanding, compassion. Is looking good. And that the Nine of Wands, which normally is just like just too much happening all at the same time, right? Is it morning, is it night, all this confusion, all this being overwhelmed, just overworking oneself, it's in reverse. So yeah, there's a lot of, it's nice, it feels very, yeah, it feels like a relationship that has blossomed into one of understanding and compassion and consideration and respect for the different parties involved. And the Ace of Pentacles, which normally would speak of uh new things, like unearthing new things, it's in reverse. So there's nothing, no surprises, there's a lot of understanding and predictability, routine. Yeah, that's what you're going to, it looks like you're going to experience this week. Okay, the Page of Wands, now let's see if this is a good thing, because the Page of Wands is looking for a new spark, looking for a new spark, curiosity. That came up in reverse, so let's see if that's a good thing. Let's see what that's about. You know, sometimes there's this saying, if it's not broken, don't fix it. So let's find out if things are not really broken, or if this is the, if, because all of it depends on the kind of energy you're looking for in your relationship, Aquarius. Some people are comfortable in routine, but some people like want excitement. So let's see how this and all of this that seems like very stable, and some people might consider boring. To me, it's very warm and cozy and exciting, but then there's nothing there's no new energy being injected into this relationship this week, Aquarius. So let's find out if let's find out the energy about that. Is this because things are actually super good the way they are, or is somebody just being lazy? Let's just see what that's about. Let's see the implication of the Page of Wands being in reverse for you, Aquarius, this week. We've got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. We've got the Judgment upright. One more card for you, Aquarius, to clarify the Page of Wands in reverse. Too many? I wanted just one. Too many, I want just one. Okay, and we've got the Page of Swords in reverse. Okay, so this unwillingness to start anything new, or this routine, this contentment that's going on right now, the things that are influencing that are because there's somebody that is meant to take on a role that requires, probably has to do with like maybe finances or investments or resources or material things. For example, this person is somebody that is supposed to be familiar and just like transitioning from a period of, maybe this person is someone that is meant to like step into their new role of abundance of some sort, but um while still being considerate of and respectful of the other person's journey. But that came up in reverse. And there's going to, you might find that there's situations that, it might also be because of this situation where there might have been discussions about the authenticity of someone's motives and levels of interest and all that, but there are things that are being hidden. So I will read this as this, you might want to be weary of, you might want to be weary of vulnerable conversations about vulnerability and really expressing how someone's self-image is. How you might want to check in your partner this week to find out if there are things that, because it does seem like there's something being hidden. So you might want to find, like, really check check and make sure that your partner is genuinely happy with the way and the pace of which things are going. Because like one person, you know how some people say, some people like always want to claim or assume that somebody like a an argument, this is like worst case scenario, I'm not saying it's going to happen, it's not, it's just an example. Somebody might say something like, oh, I thought everything was going on fine, and but then there's this breakup or this argument that came out of the blue, but somebody might have just been like oblivious. So don't just really check and make sure that your partner is really cool with the way things are really going, because that's the Queen of Pentacles that came up upright. Someone that is content with the way things are, someone that knows is cognizant, is aware of the amount of work that needs to go into building and sustaining this, someone that is not, that is willing to fold up their sleeves and do the work if they have to. But this is somebody that is like familiar and really super involved. They came up in reverse. So somebody might just be slightly out of touch. Somebody might be a little bit jaded about things. But you're going to find out there might be situations this week, Aquarius, where you're really going to have to be very vulnerable and honest about your intentions and your expectations and your projections and your obligations in this relationship. That might be something that might help you determine and find out if your relationship is as good as it seems, because it's beginning to look like there might be like a difference in energy levels, right? The fact that you are comfortable about things, that, and just make it a point this week, Aquarius, to check in with your partner and see if they are as fulfilled as you are in this relationship. Something as simple as, oh, you make me so happy, how can I make you happy, what do I need to do to make you feel, I really appreciate your efforts, I really appreciate the consistency and the confidence this commitment is giving me, and I really like, I want things to remain the same way. So how can we make this last longer? Just check in with your partner this week, Aquarius, because the Page of Swords, the bringer, the seeker of information, it came up in reverse. So there might be things that there might be just really check, have that conversation, because somebody's not saying something. It's beginning to seem like somebody might be taking the routine and the consistency of this relationship for granted. Might be, you know. Just double check, go back and cross your T's and dot the I's. There's nothing wrong. I had I had a friend that said to say something like, oh, let's pause and let's do a relationship. Just a female a female platonic friend. She said, oh, let's do relationship evaluation and everything. Let's just check in with each other. Yeah, you might want to go do a bit of that this week, Aquarius, because the next card that came up is the Strength card, which is the long-standing commitment and camaraderie that came up upright. So to say, yeah, just check, just find out if you are showing up for your partner the way they show up for you. It's just like checking to make sure that uh it's like something as simple as if you go for an event with your partner or something, like, oh, I'm having such a good time, are you? That type of thing. Don't be too consumed, and don't be selfish with Aquarius. Check in with your partner and just see, because there's something that is being hidden and you're going to require. Look, on the knees, the tattoo on the this lady's person's knees, this is, there's what does it say? It says love and it says trust. It says love and it says trust. So just have that conversation, because somebody is not, there's something that is either intentionally not being said. I wouldn't look at it as a lie. I'll just look at it as something that's like that is being omitted, or a conversation that is yet to be had. Just check in with your partner and make sure that you are considerate and you know how to show up. Read the room. Create a safe space for your partner to have conversations for while you are doing your relationship evaluation. So let's find out a bit more about the strength that came up upright for you. Let's see what you're going to, what this requires of you. Okay, we've got the 2 of Swords in reverse. We've got the 5 of Swords upright. One more card. Definitely conversations have to be had, because there's a lot of like mental gymnastics going on right now. And the fact that that stability is what's happening right now. So far, you and your partner have been able to agree on so many things, but just don't take it for granted. Just don't take it for granted. And we got the 7 of Cups upright. Okay, so what you're going to have to like really be diplomatic and considerate about these conversations with your partner. You're really going to have to like be open and honest and available for consideration and conversation or compromise, because the card, like the things influencing strength for you this week, Aquarius, you got the 2 of Swords in reverse. The 2 of Swords talks about blocking things out and focusing on what one needs to, without external influence. Butterfly is a progress in tarot, and they got emotion. So just that came up in reverse. What's that in the middle here? This deck is quite different from other decks. So it's quite interesting for me to figure out why it was illustrated this way. But that came up in reverse. So this is something that you're going to have to require, because look at the 2 of Swords. The blocking. Yeah, Swords in tarot are decisions, intellect, conversations. The Moon in tarot is things that are hidden. Water in tarot has got emotions, and butterflies or moths about progress. But that came up in reverse. So this, and then that's like a closed eye. So you're going to need to open your eyes and see your partner, because it came up in reverse. This situation is going to require you to open your eyes and consider what is being hidden on your part and your partner's part, so that you can balance your information, you can balance your emotions and find out how to move forward. It's going to require you being able to create a safe space for you and your partner to converse and find out how you can make the relationship move forward. But be wary and be cautious, and that's even about strength. You need to know the temperament of your partner. You need to know how to show up and speak the language your partner needs to understand, because there's a lot of likelihood for arguments, quarrels, and strife. So just be wary about that. And you're going to realize that there are options. There are a lot of options that are going to be presented to you, Aquarius, this week. So just don't make sure that you are able to see your partner eye to eye this week, Aquarius, because the conversations that you have to have, you are going to probably, because with all the talk about compromise, arguments, and options, you might be shocked to realize that things are not as blissful as they initially seemed. Just really and make sure that when these options are being presented to you, make sure that you consider each one carefully, because there's so many, this is like a shelf of knickknacks. There's so many things that are available and being presented, but you need to really find out what's important to you and your relationship and your partner's opinion about what's important in this relationship this week, Aquarius, because not everything that glitters is gold. so many things. Find out what it is that you need. Everything being presented to you might seem good, but you really need to find out and make sure that you are proceeding with the next step of what is beneficial for this relationship this week, Aquarius. So yeah, and really try not to argue, this is very important. Seeing eye to eye is very important. And remember, you've come this far because has been love and compromise and trust all this while. That's what has helped you, what helped you build this foundation of things. So Aquarius, this week there's going to be there's going to be a relationship evaluation, and there are going to be a couple of options. So just be open-minded to at least find the one that is mutually beneficial. Because yeah, let's just do a quick recap for you, Aquarius. This week you're going to find out that although things might seem stable on the outside, you really need to find out what's bubbling under, because you're going to have to rely on your emotional intelligence to read the room. So far things have been working because things have been in sync. You've been able to appreciate and respect the differences between you and your partner. Both of you have been able to find a synchronicity where, excuse me, both of you have been able to find the synchronicity where you are not taking on more than you need to in a relationship, and you're like getting used to each other and understanding, and things are in a bit, things you seem to have fallen into some sort of routine with your partner this week so far, Aquarius. And there really doesn't seem like there's any new thing, like there's no new idea, no investment that you're working on. So things are seeming to be grinding to a sort of halt, and there's a need for a relationship evaluation. You're going to really have to be able to be vulnerable and to discuss what your motives are. Find out, just checking with your partner this week, Aquarius, because there's conversations that need to be had. Things have been, there's like something that's going to be revealed that has so far been omitted, and you're going to want to remember and rely on the history with your partner to be able to navigate this situation this week, Aquarius. You're going to need to see your partner eye to eye. You have to be able to compromise, avoid unnecessary arguments, and really take your time to evaluate all the options that your partner most likely is going to present to you, so that you are able to make a good decision, especially if you want to maintain this sense of stability with your partner. Okay, so let me just get one card from the Oracle deck. We'll close this off, and then we'll get into your money messages for the week, Aquarius. Ooh, sadness. Sadness came up upright. Remember, we've already talked about this, Aquarius. We've said somebody is happy in the routine of things, and somebody is apparent now that somebody is dissatisfied. But this person is willing to have conversations about this, and don't make it all by yourself. Don't be disappointed in how hurts, or the fact that your partner is hurt, or the fact that the partner is not experiencing the same thing as you. You have to learn to compromise, and don't be petty, be considerate, don't be petty. And yeah, this is what there's a sense of sadness. So this might be you, this might be your partner, Aquarius, but it does seem like it's your partner. If it's you, feel free to split the energies as they apply, but conversations have to be had, conversations that require compromise and really like evaluation of options. So I really hope, good luck. I hope this works out for you this week, Aquarius. Good luck with that. Let me clear the energies, swap decks, and then we'll get into your money messages, Aquarius. So this is 24 24 12. I'm gonna adjust this later. Okay, so now let's get into money messages for Aquarius this week. Okay, let me use this one. General messages for Aquarius regarding their money, their finances, their coin, the bag this week. You got the devil upright. Got the 8 of Swords upright. One more. Oof. You got the 10 of Pentacles upright. Okay, this week, Aquarius, there's a sense of control and manipulation going on regarding your finances. There's somebody that might be influencing or hindering, or there's a control on your money this week, and it looks like an external control. Now this might be somebody, this might be a situation. The devil is all about control, but the devil is also about addictions and bad habits. And moving on to the 8 of Swords, there's a feeling of overwhelm. But I think this week, regarding your finances, Aquarius, you're going to have to, like, pull up your big girl panties, cut the bullshit, and get to work, because you need to get a handle on the amount of influence. You really need to, like, take charge of your finances with Aquarius, and don't be overwhelmed. The solutions that you seek are all around you. If you can only get out of your head and look at what is around you, Aquarius, you are really onto something that's going to get a lot of money. It seems that the things that are delaying or haltering or hindering your finances with Aquarius really have to, the bridge between your dissatisfaction and your abundance is your attitude. That's just a summary of it. That's the devil. Distractions, control, absent-mindedness for some people. 8 of Swords, being overwhelmed, just being overwhelmed and just not realizing, being overwhelmed, still being distracted. Being overwhelmed and still being distracted when abundance is just right around the corner. Okay, so let's get into the devil. Let's see what this, let's see what you are allowing control you, what is hindering you. Okay, no, there's too many. I wanted just one card. A 4 flew out. Put that back in. So let's start again. I need 3 cards to clarify the devil for Aquarius this week regarding their finances. Aquarius finances this week, please. We've got the Page of Swords upright. Okay. The King of Swords in reverse. Okay. One more. 2 of Pentacles upright. Aquarius, this week we are really going to have to, like, evaluate and pay close attention to how you communicate, because there seems to be you're coming off as being immature. So this might also be that you might be concerned about people's opinions, external opinions, and just chit chat and talk. You might be talking too much, Aquarius. It looks like you're talking too much, because there's information that you want to disperse. With the Page of Swords come up upright, there's information that you want to disperse, but with the King of Swords, which is an intellectual and diplomatic, cut through the bullshit. I know what I want. I'm not just going to act petty and shit. That came up in reverse for you. So you might be too eager. You really need to check to see, because you're not operating with somebody that knows how to control their tongue. there's information that you have to give, but you are not able to, there might be problems with your communication. So that might be a bad habit you need to work on. Might also be about you, just humble yourself this week, Aquarius. I think that's also what I'm going to say. Don't let your, you know when people act very shitty and they say, well, I'm just being blunt, I'm just saying the truth. No, you have to learn how to bridle your tongue this week, Aquarius, because what you're looking for is balance. If there's no balance, if you're not able to communicate effectively, if you're not able to show the, how some, for example, some people, how some people have a product to sell, and then instead of showing you how this is going to appeal to you, they try to like shame you into it. So the fact that you have a good idea or that your money is looking good doesn't mean you should be cocky. And if you're trying to inspire people, it's better for you to show them how logical and practical you are than to brag or bluff about it. So I think that's it. I think, Aquarius, you might have, previously, you might have had issues with how how you come off, or the energy or the vibe that you give off. So really like try to work on that, because this is something that is really like hindering you. Let's get into the Eight of Swords. Let's find out how you can stop feeling like a victim. Temperance in reverse. Okay. You need to be proactive. Temperance normally speaks about patience, letting things take their course and play their parts, and like focusing on everything. But that came up in reverse, so that might mean two things. It might also, for you to stop playing victim and feeling overwhelmed, it might either mean that you have to move fast and be more proactive, or it might also mean that you have to consider the other person. You might have to be more considerate with how you approach whoever it is that is a bridge in this financial endeavor. Okay, the Four of Swords. Yeah. And for you to stop feeling overwhelmed, you have to learn to rest. You have to learn how to hang your information without being overwhelmed. Learn to compartmentalize and learn how to rest. Yep. And one more. When you're able to consider things from another person's perspective and really find out how you can be of service, and you have to be more considerate about either the people that are influencing this money situation or people that are going to use your product. You have to consider things from their own point of view, and you need to know when to just draw the line and learn to rest. If you're able to sort all that, you will not be feeling overwhelmed, because there's a lot that you have to, this bridge between breaking this or getting over what is hindering your finances into abundance is going to require a lot of work on your part. And if you don't know what the end goal is and you need to understand your market. And you need to know when to just learn to rest. Because the Four of Pentacles in reverse, the Four of Pentacles normally speaks of being stingy and close-fisted. That came up in reverse. So yeah, you have to be more generous in your approach to things this week, Aquarius, particularly if you want to see a growth in your coin. So let's get into the Ten of Pentacles. Let's see what's this, all of this. If you do all this work, let's see where you're going to get the Five of Cups. Okay. The Two of Cups in reverse. Okay. Okay, this is a warning. If you don't sort all this stuff out, you're going to find out that you are always going to keep on chasing something, because you are just going to keep on seeing the negative things, the negative aspect of things. With the Five of Cups in reverse, you're just going to keep on missing opportunities and spilling things, and you're really just going to mismanage your emotions, and your creativity is going to be hindered because you're going to lose opportunities. And with the Two of Cups in reverse, there's not going to be a balance. Look at all the harmony and the synchronicity. It came up in reverse for you, Aquarius, this week. So yeah, if you're not able to break free from this delay or this addiction or these bad habits, this not knowing how to comport yourself and communicate effectively, you're going to find that the delays to your 10 of Pentacles is going to end up with you missing a lot of opportunities. There's going to be an imbalance. You're going to be dissatisfied. One more. The Emperor. Yeah. And you're going to find that you're always going to, if you're not able to, you're always going to be feel stressed with all of high tension. The Emperor is in charge. The Emperor is like meant to be like the master of money, of resources, of ideas, of good company and conversation, and creativity and energy and all that. But that with all those with that, with so many hearts to feel, it's a lot of tension. You know how to say, to whom much is given, much is expected. So if you're not able to like sort this out, you're going to find out things might work for you, but you're always going to be like tightly wound. You're going to be like tightly wound. Let me do a quick recap for you regarding your finances this week, Aquarius. Aquarius, this week there's a lot of work you're going to have to do if you want to experience abundance. You're going to have to learn to break bad habits. You're going to learn to stop playing victim, see opportunities around you, be proactive, do the work if you really want to get to your finances. So you really want to like multiply your finances. Oh, you have to, you are willing to disperse the truth, but you have to know how to disperse the truth, because people unfortunately judge the messenger a lot. So you have to be able to know how to communicate to whoever you want to provide these services for that are going to lead to your finances, or whatever product you want to sell. You have to know how to speak their language to really get them to understand what you want to understand. And you really have to learn to find a balance. You also really have to consider who it is that you want to provide the service for, or who you want to provide the service to you. You need to know when to take a step back and when to rest. And you also need to be a lot more giving with your resources, your emotions, your time, things like that. If you don't sort all this stuff out, you're going to, apart from the delay in you reaching your abundance, you're going to find that you're always going to be dissatisfied. You're going to find that people are not just going to work properly with you. You're going to feel there's going to be a lot of distrust, and you're going to be very, very stressed. So this week, Aquarius, your finances are going to require you to really be proactive and take a lot of work, especially if you're looking for abundance. So this week, Aquarius, when it comes to your finances, you have a lot of work to do, or you're going to be overwhelmed and super stressed. Let me get one more card to clear this up for you, Aquarius, and then we'll be done. Trust in reverse. Yep. Right now, things are not, we are really, really stressed right now, because there's not, you are not vibing with the love. You need to really work on making people trust your message and trust you as well, because right now there's things that are a little bit difficult and there's a delay, but the power is in your hands. The tools that you need to sort this out are all around you, because you really need to work on building your trust. So those are the messages I have for you this week, Aquarius. I hope these help you make informed decisions. Please give me a like, share, subscribe if this made sense to you. Feel free to check out other placements, and thank you so much for watching till the end. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you. Bye.